Hello, I'm Albert Melvin Cox. Here is what I'd like you to remember about me. I was born on November 20, 1894 in Joplin, Missouri. I married Georgia A. Davis, the daughter of Virgil and Perna Davis, in 1924, in Monmouth, Illinois. After serving my country during World War I, I worked at C.B.&Q., which stands for Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad. I also worked for Max Coin Scrap Iron. Georgia and I had two children, a boy, named Willard Richard Cox, who died as an infant, and a girl named Mary Elizabeth Cox. Mary Elizabeth married James Nicholas Hudson, and the two of them went on to give me four beautiful grandchildren, Vanessa Ann, Richard Willard, Ronald J., and Crystal Allison Hudson. In addition to the work I did for the railroad, I also played several different instruments professionally and for the love of music. I played the violin, also known as the fiddle, the banjo, guitar, and harmonica, also known as the mouth organ. While in the army during World War I, I spent time in Germany and France. While stationed there, I learned how to speak both German and French. Also, while I was stationed overseas, I got a chance to play music all over Europe. But once I got back to the States, colored folks were not allowed to play for white audiences, so in order to play my instruments, I had to dress up like a traveling minstrel. A minstrel was a white man in blackface made up to look like a colored man playing jazz music of the time. The psychological effects on me, a proud colored man who served his country faithfully, dressing up and applying black makeup on my face, white chalk to my lips, bugging my eyes, wearing white gloves to cover the skin color of my hands, was devastating. But I wanted to play my music, I wanted to play my instruments, I wanted to entertain folks, both colored and white, I wanted to share my gift with the world, so I did, with a smile on my face, and a glow in my heart. I believed God gave this gift to me and it was my duty, my honor to give it back. My wife Georgia went on to be with the Lord at the young age of 60 years old. I lived a long and fruitful life until I was 80 years old, most of it in Monmouth, Illinois. Toward the end of my life, I developed Alzheimer's disease. A progressive disease that destroyed most of my memory and other important mental functions. It was devastating to my only child Mary Elizabeth. I didn't recognize her when she came to visit me, and eventually she had to move me into her house with her husband and kids to take care of me. By that time, I had forgotten most if not all of their names and faces and just referred to all of them as little buddy or partner. I also forgot how to speak English, so I would revert to speaking German or French, saying wie geht's in German or comment ça va in French for how's it going. My granddaughter Vanessa took French and my grandson Ronald took German so they could communicate with me. At the end of my life, they could no longer care for me and I ended up in a nursing home for veterans, not too far from them. I passed away on February 12, 1975. I was buried at the Rock Island National Cemetery with a 21-gun salute and full military honors. My daughter Mary Elizabeth Cox Hudson was presented the American flag that was draped across my coffin during my homegoing celebration. The legacy I'm most proud of is I left great memories of playing music and telling stories to my grandchildren. Each of them play at least one musical instrument and they all have a personal relationship with God. I lived a life worth living. I wish the same for you too. My name is Albert Melvin Cox.